Hello, I'm Czardus. Grab some coffee, sit back, and chill as we build in Cities Skylines 2. Welcome to Bayhaven. You are a colonizer from Britain, and you are on your way to America, and here you are arriving in your new land. That is the idea that we're going to do. We're going to build this city as if it developed kind of like that. So we're going to, let me get the mouse cursor so you can see what I'm doing. We're doing the Sanctuary Bay map from the Bridges and Ports DLC. And we're going to take a lot of inspiration from Boston. I tried to find the map that seemed the most like that and would have a really good natural harbor. And you can imagine that, get rid of the mountains in the background, or pretend that they aren't really there, because Massachusetts doesn't have that. But anyway, you come in here and you've got your ship and you come along and you find this great big area that you can see building a city in here and be protected from various things. Maybe one day you get a fort along here to really protect the harbor. That's what we're going for. And what I want to do is I want to really start, and this is going to be the historic Bayhaven area. We'll have a couple other towns develop as we go along. We will have to deal with map tiles because I wanted to play as much vanilla as possible in terms of the simulation itself. That said, we are doing a mod called Historical Start, which allows us to build train stuff and water things right away, because I wanted to get ports, because that's going to be a major part of this city's development. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get building. So I think the initial settlers would have come in, and once again, here's the entrance to the Big Bay, and they come along here. Obviously, they don't want to settle on islands there or there. This one, I probably would have chosen over here perhaps, because then they have the shelter of that. But here, I guess on the other hand, they have space for farming, which, speaking of farming, we have that unlocked right away too. And we can get lots of farms out in there. I think that is going to be great, actually. So I think then what they would do is they'd come around this way, and this is going to be our initial harbor. Now, I have to be really careful not to spend too much money, because we only have $1 million, and a small port costs 100,000 to get that started. But it might be worth it. I mean, not right away, because we do have this road here that we can get our initial settlers in. We don't want to go bankrupt in this idea that we're doing. But what we'll do is we'll have a road. How is the train there? Oh, we've got a hill coming right down there too. Okay, so they're going to go up to the hill. But to start, we'll have a road come along here. I mean, we're definitely going to get a port down there. So also, we're going to start with gravel roads, because they will be the most realistic for starting. But I do want to use road builder on them. So we're going to start by bringing this in, and then we're going to change it with road builder, and I'll tell you why in a moment. Let's get that there. Okay, now road builder, let's come up here. We're going to click on the road, and we're going to make this be wide gravel road. Okay, speed limit 15, that is fine. We don't really want anything on there. We want it to be a gravel road. Very good. We don't need any lights. We can have the pipes underneath. And we want the width to be a little bit bigger of all of these. I think what we'll do is, see if we do this, is that just, yeah, we can't really modify how wide the individual lane is. Instead, we can put an empty lane in the middle. Don't really like how that looks though. Oh, here, let's put gravel there instead. Yeah, that'll look better. And that might be the width. You know what I want to do? I want to come in, and I want to see if we come in here next, do that. That's going to go a little bit bigger. Okay, so let's try to, here, what we can do actually. We can build this like that, and then we can click on it and see how wide we have. 16.5, 16 and a half, that's 31. Nope, 33 plus, no, okay, calculator time. So this one is 52 and a half feet wide. So that's what we want. We want to work on this one. Edit all instances. We need this to be 52 and a half feet wide. And the easiest way to do that, I'm back on this road, would be to make the sidewalk or the shoulders 16 and a half feet. Can we edit that? We can't. But if we add parking, oh, that got to 29 and a half. We want to, see, it's going to do that. I don't want that on the shoulder. Okay. Keep that there. Here, we can't have parking on this one. Okay, so 16 and a half. If we add the empty lane on each side and then make that, what would be here? Okay, let's take out the lane in the middle. Actually, I'm trying to think here. Okay, so 9.75. I know you didn't, you started watching this and you weren't thinking that we were going to be doing a whole bunch of math playing Cities Skylines, but we are. So that is, half of that is 4.9-ish. And then, so we want 3.25 plus 4.9. That's 8.15. So we want an additional lane about 8 something. 8.125. Let's do that. And then we'll get another one over here. And that should be the same width. So if we come here now and upgrade, yeah, that is right about the same width. Okay, so we're going to take that out, and this is going to be our road that we use. That way, when we upgrade, we don't have any buildings get despawned and stuff like that. But it is going to make its way up the hill over here. Like that, I think. And then what we'll do is we'll just bring this in. And I might do a little bit of changes to the terrain as well. Let's come in here and that's extra assets. We want this one. I want to get a hill over here. Like this, we're going to have a couple different hills because Boston had a couple different hills. And so they're not going to be super big. But I do want to have some just to kind of make things a little bit more interesting. So we'll go like this and slope the terrain. And then we'll soften it like that. And that should give us a little bit of a hill here. Yeah. I wish we could copy paste that, but like that gets a hill there. We're going to get another one over here. And that'll be like the reason why we have this road curve around like that. We'll just soften around this one like that. Yeah, that'll be good. Okay, so our port is going to be down here. And I think, do we have fish? Yeah, fishing industry. Fishing industry would be here. We have, yeah, fishing and open water fish farming. Perfect. So we're going to do a lot of fishing. But then we're going to come over here and get these roads to be gravel. There we go. So that gets it pretty nice here. Okay. Then we have to do the things for the actual game to work. We need to get a substation, which is not going to be very realistic, but it's going to make our city work. And I think what we'll do is we don't have any really good looking historical things. Oh, here, maybe this one would work. Kind of looks more like an industrial building. Yeah, we'll get that. I mean, it still looks a little bit more fancy than what we want, but we will come over here and we will get this in here. I don't think, I mean, technically we can build out there with anarchy, but I don't want to cheat. I mean, we definitely will cheat at some point. I don't want to cheat right off the bat as we're trying to get things working. But we will come in here and have this be underground so it doesn't look too, like, out of time here. Okay, so that is power. Then we're going to need to get water. We can just do a water tower, and we'll do a historic one. Like this one might work. Yeah. And we'll put that on the corner as if it was like a little well. Speaking of wells, actually, let's come in here and see. Could pull our water out from there, actually, and have it be the original well. Yeah, we'll keep we'll start with the water tower there, and then the next time we need to upgrade something, we'll use that. And then the sewage outlet, of course. And that, I think we'll put over here. How is the water here? Yeah, that, we'll put it on this side. Then we don't have to look at it when we're building a port. We'll just bring this and connect it up to here. So now we've got power and water, and we can just go ahead and get some roads in here. So this is our main road coming in here. And then let's get a few roads coming out. So that comes up here, and then we'll just have like a main road going straight through here. Can be pretty straight because we don't actually, you know what, let's get one more hill in. Yeah, let's take this all back out. And we'll get one more hill. That's pretty big, but let's make it smaller. Or like not as high. Get that over like that. And we'll soften. We'll go like that. But then another thing I want to do is I want to come in here and let's go ahead and get like this height and bring it through there. And then we'll soften on both sides. Then we'll make the brush smaller. I'm just trying to get like a little bit more of a realistic look in here. The level again, make it a little bit more of a channel through there. As if these two hills are a bit more like significant in the natural terrain here. There. So now we've got a couple hills there, and that gives us reason to have a little bit more curvy roads at the beginning. We'll bring this in like that. Yeah. And eventually we're going to get rid of this highway, I think. Maybe it'll be a long-term road that goes out to another city. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But we've got forest over here, so we don't want to do too much with that. Actually, we could immediately have that be the forest industry. So this road comes in here. And then we're going to have forestry here. That's going to be one of our first industries. So now we don't have to worry about having, like we can have a lot of farming and stuff like that. Do we have, well, actually, farming, we can put livestock out here, even though we don't have any fertile land out there. So, oh, we do have a little bit. I don't want to come over here, though, because we've got more forestry that we can do there. Okay, but houses, we got to figure out how the houses are going to go. Let's bring another road along here, like the base of this hill. And then we can bring a road through here. And that'll fit a little bit more houses in there. Same thing here. That did not quite get the zoning the way I wanted it to. So instead, we'll bring the house or the road this way. Yeah, that should work the way I want it. And then this one can come along here. We'll get one more road here. And actually, these two, do not need to take that out. They can be the regular dirt road because they're going to eventually just be an alley. There we go. Yeah, I like that. And then we'll get this again over here. That's the wrong one. Bring this road out a little bit further. And maybe this one curves here too. Yeah, that should be pretty good. This can come along. We got like several roads that are curving off there. I don't like that, so we're gonna redo it. There we go, and then we'll get another alley in here. Yeah, actually bring that all the way through. Okay, and then we'll come in one more little bit here with this road. Bring it along. Actually, we'll bring it like that. We'll do something with that too. Like that could get another industry in here. That can just be a regular, well, no, let's have it be a wider road. Okay, and then we can come in and get this here. And just get some more timber going. Actually, let's go all the way around there. Very good. Okay, let's get some houses. And we want, we don't have northeast. Yeah, we don't have, so I have a mod that is sorting out between medium and high density. We don't have any northeast ones, so instead we'll do North America low density for now, I guess. Or maybe we'll do the gable roof from the Netherlands pack. And how does that look? Yeah, I think that'll be fine. The other option would be the gambrel roof. How does that come out? I want to be like 3 deep here. No. See, these, they're not quite going to look the way we want them to. Maybe we just need to get used to that. Yeah, I don't like that either. Oops. Yeah, I know, you're just building the same thing because I didn't change your zoning first. Let's try the terrace housing. Well, that one might work. You know, it's not super great. And we'll change it pretty quick anyway, so let's just go ahead and put these in. Get the people moving in, and then as soon as we get to Tiny Village, we get the medium density, and then we'll be able to do townhouses, which will be very much in fitting with what we want. So we'll speed up here. We are losing money currently. We can do things to fix that if we need to, but I don't think I want to. I think I just want to get these houses in here. Then we need some commercial zoning too. So commercial zoning, we can go ahead and do, can we get to, oh yeah, we could do EU. Maybe, though I don't think that'll be historic. Yeah, let's just do the northeast. That's going to be on this road instead of the main road. But that'll be fine. Okay, so now let's get some fishing going. So again, fishing is going to be down here. We'll come in here and we'll get our first pier type building. We're going to upgrade this, bring it out like that. We'll get 2 little things going, and then we want to get a fishing area. Oh, we can't build that yet because we can't build the chute. So how much are we losing now? Well, we can't really tell. We need to get a little bit more points here. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll get a little bit more zoning. Get more people in. Okay, and go back and forth between these zoning types for now. Yeah, but that should be pretty good. We'll let a little bit of time go by real quick to let people move in. Okay, so we're a tiny village now, which is really what we want. Okay, and we got a few things unlocked here. The Fops Inn Pub would be a good one. Yeah, those are going to be great signature buildings for this town. But then we have medium density now, and we want to go to northeast. We want the northeast row housing, and that is what we're going to put in right away. And then we're going to watch our unemployment rate. We're at super high unemployment. So what I want to do right away is come out here, and we're just going to buy one water tile here. And then we should be able to get our fishing area out here. We'll just put it like here. And nope, we can't go outside the city limits. Okay. We're not going to buy any more tiles out of that. So we are definitely going to get as much as we can here. To tweak it a little bit later, but for now we can just bring this here. Okay, and then get our boatway through here. Then build a line from here to here and back. Very good. So we've got one fishing thing. Can we get another one over here maybe? Yeah, so we could have gotten this going. If we put this here, then we can come along and just get as much as we can. And again, we could probably use anarchy to have this be outside of our area, but I don't really want to do that. I want to do this way for now. Pathfinding failed. Okay, let's take this back out and we'll try again. There we go. So now we can get this in here. That will go like that, and that will employ 32 fishers so far. That is going to be a big number in this small town. Not super big. Okay, but now we need healthcare. We need to get a cemetery in here. We'll get the UK Parish Church. Put that here. Actually, you know what? No. We're going to move this up onto the hill. And then we'll get a road coming up the hill to go to church. Yeah, that'll be nice. Okay. Then, I don't really want to do garbage, but we have to do garbage somewhere. I think what we'll do is we'll just start dumping our garbage in the water out here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this really low. Soften over on the corner here. There we go. And then we'll come in and we'll put a that landfill is so huge. Man. Okay. Alright, we can make that work though. It's just so gigantic. But the idea that I'm trying to get here is that the city is just dumping their trash out in the water, and that is also going to, reclaim some of the water here. And that'll be really nice. Okay, so this needs to come here. And it is not going to have a ton of storage to begin, but that's okay. Oh, we started on the wrong side. Okay, we got to start on this side. Can't go in water. There we go. So now that is going to have storage, but it does need a road. So again, we'll get our road in front here. And then it will need to come up the hill. And we will have it join there. And we're out of water, it appears. Are we just not yet? Water facility overload. So now our water availability is not high enough. We need to get our well. And we've got this here. We don't have any ground pollution there, do we? Water pollution. No, this should be fine. Ground pollution. Yeah, there's no ground pollution from timber. So we can come in and we can put this in here. We have to make a little bit of space. So we're going to modify this here. Just bring this along like that. We should be able to fit our well here. And unpause, and that should solve that crisis. Very good. Okay, now unemployment is still high. So what I'd like to do, we can't get more fishing because we've already got our 2 fishing things there. That's 32 employees. Yeah, that should be good. We have this here, which is almost 30 employees for our city landfill. We're losing money. I don't want to build city services and lose more money on that. At some point, we do want to get a port, and I don't want to get the dirty industry. Although I guess we could, because we're assuming we're building in what, like 1700, so maybe we get our first factory. Factory would go along the waterfront because we're going to like bring the goods in here with a port. So what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and start to do this. Put 2 like that. Yeah, I mean, they don't look very time appropriate, but that's all right. Then we'll come in and we'll just kind of level here in between, as if they're, you know, doing a little bit of groundwork as well. And then soften behind it. So now unemployment should be going considerably down, and we should be able to get more people pretty quick too. But first, I want to get a little bit of these unique buildings in before we do too much more. So we'll get this here, and then we should be able to fit the pub next to it. We'll get the church in here. Look at that. We have unlocked a few things. Very good. And then we'll get this one over here. Kind of like our main buildings here. I do want to move them a tiny bit, though, to make it look a little bit nicer. Maybe not. We'll move it back a little bit. We'll ignore the cement for now. We'll get that there too. Yeah, that'll be good. Okay, so now we have unlocked small village. What did we get at that? Milestone, small village, production panel, that'll be good. We got some more medium density housing. Education unlocked, that's the big thing. Okay, we're not going to do education yet. But we will. What are these buildings? These are commercial. This one is kind of ugly on the outside, but like it just looks dirty. So I thought it was abandoned at first, but it's not. It's fine. Same as those. They threw me off for a moment. But now, where did we put the town? Are these the townhouses? Yeah, these are the row houses that we built. They look really great. We're going to get those on the other side now too. Northeast row houses. Put those right across the street. That should give us a boost of people. We still have a lot of unemployment. So what I want to do, we do have tiles now that we can unlock, make our way farther out. And I think we will. I think we're going to move away from the timber and start getting a bunch of farms there. Yeah, I think that's what we'll keep the timber here. But over here, and then reaching out farther, we're going to have farms. So we're going to go in, and right away, I'm going to take out these trees. Because once we put the farms on top, I don't really want to see the trees. Okay, we'll take this out. We're going to pause for, well, we'll just slow it down. But we'll come out here, and I want, say, all 4 of these. Tile upkeep is going to go up quite a bit, but we're also going to get a lot of fertile land, and hopefully we will not go bankrupt by doing this. We'll take out all those. Can't make the brush any bigger in this one. I need to check on the mod for that. Okay, now this road. This is going to be our main road coming out this way. And I think it's just going to head out to the farms. And then we'll have some smaller roads going in here. Like that. Just to divide this out a little bit. Okay, farm. Grain. We should have fertile land in here. We do. Okay. Can get this one here. And we'll bring it over to there. Then we'll get another one here. We can do vegetables too, actually. We can get a lot of stuff getting shipped out. And I am putting these really close to the road, because I think at this point they probably would be doing that sort of thing. Get one more here. Okay, so we got 4 farms in there. Should be pretty good. And how many workers are we gonna get for that? Come on, where are my number of workers? Lorries, lentils. There we go, 7. Not a lot. So we're going to expand our generic industry to get more jobs in here. Go ahead and just put that over here too. And I wonder, let's go ahead and put it on this side. Bring that all the way out. And then we can do just a little bit of terraforming here. And we'll get a port road along here at some point too. But again, we're not quite ready for the port. We gotta start making money. Unemployment is going down. Good, good, good. We can come in and we can get more of our row housing in. And put those there. I want to figure out how to get more zoning in here. So we're going to come back and get a small gravel road. I think we'll bring it along here. Some of the houses are mad about that. This plan did not work. And in fact, it ruined the zoning on this side. So I made it, oh, there we go. Can get those back in. If I tweak this a little bit, maybe I get a little zoning here. Nope. Okay, we'll leave that gap there. We don't have parks yet. We get that at 4. Okay, what about a signature building? Do we have a nice one that could go in there? This is a Welsh pub. Yeah, sure. Put a little pub there. And we lost the zoning there again. That's the wrong kind. Northeast, this one. There we go. Same thing there. Okay. Low unemployment still. Let's go ahead and get more in here. Just really leaning into this zoning type. I think we would see a lot of it. Alright, and unemployment is very zero, so we're very close to 0. So now I'm going all in with these townhouses. It's going to mean people moving out and then having to have new things built, but it should really get the vibe the way we want it here, which is the medium density and more like historic homes and stuff like that. I think they really wanted to build that style back then. And I like how it looks here. I feel like that does feel very like 18th century or 19th century. Let's get a little bit more commercial in here too. There, this is going to work out well, I think. I'm going to finish the rest of this zoning too. So I'm looking at our production graph now, and I think we should get a quarry because we do have a big need for some of that. So we're going to find a spot to put our first quarry, and you know, we're expanding out that way. I think maybe we put it over here. Well, let's put it down here. Or maybe here, let's do that. Oh, look, large village. Very good. What did we unlock? We got fire, so we'll have to pay attention to that. Yep, fire stations and police. Okay. So what I want to do then is we're going to come over here and we're going to get our first quarry along this road. And it's just going to be stone mining. And then we'll just bring it right out this way. There. So that should give us a surplus there. And again, we have surpluses on a lot of things. I want to get exporting a lot of these. Like surplus is going to be exported. We don't really have a way to export it yet, so we're definitely going to want to do that. We need to get a medical clinic in here, but that's going to cost a lot of money, and I don't want to do that. Okay, we're unlocking more and more things. We'll wait on that, and instead, you know, if I build a port, we're going to mess up our fishing. We're going to have to get rid of this fishing area. Probably buy more tiles too, which the port is all going to be too expensive for now. And sorry, there's a thunderstorm going on here in this game, and I'm not used to hearing the thunder. So wait, okay. Unemployment is 10%. That is right about where we want it to be. We're going to add a little bit more housing. Get that back in here. And then we'll get a little, well, we could get a little bit more business too. Get that there, and then I wish we could get a townhouse there. But that's alright. What signature buildings do we have? It's still just in here. We unlocked a bookshop and a gas station. We don't want those. The bookshop is too modern, so we're not going to build that. And these are both not quite right either. Okay. But I do think we should get the firehouse. And you know what? It would be a good one here. Fill this space that we can't really put other stuff. Yeah, we'll have that there. I'm a little tempted to put more than one and have like 3 of them there. But we can't. We can't copy paste, so I can't get this building over there yet. But like, I really wish I could get the zoning in there. What we could do, oh, you know what? Oh no, that's going to be too big. Okay. Well, what else can we do here? Northeast. The elementary school, we're not ready for that. I mean, what, like, education didn't come until later, until like the late 19th century. So for now, I want to keep building this core that will be a more historic area. And then we can go from there too. I think what we'll do, we need to, when do we get parks at the next one? I think this is going to be like our common here, where they had the grazing of the livestock that they had inside the city. but we'll also have other stuff out here. Yeah, still only 7 there. It's really... Okay, if we go and look at the profitability, industry and commercial are really not very profitable. And it all comes down to that transportation. Okay, they really want police. Yeah, and healthcare. I don't want to spend the money on it. We don't really have the budget for this. But does this fit in here? I think we might be able to fit this here. Yeah, fit that right in there. That is a good use of that space. And then let's go ahead and we will get... see, the medical clinic is huge. But it could be a good... I mean, no, we'll get... that. Even that is so big. These are all too big. We're going to go without the medical stuff because we really have... Our expenses are too high. Services. So we are spending a lot on our garbage management. Yeah, that landfill. Landfill, we are processing a lot. Storage is good. Actually, we could probably cut the budget on that. Let's bring that down significantly and see how that changes things. Processing is going to be really low now. Another gas station. But that's okay. It shouldn't be too bad. If we see stuff pop up, then we'll know that we need to deal with that. But for now, I really want to keep getting... I think we'll go with industry. Although, which is more profitable right now? Yeah, industry is more profitable. We'll get a little bit more of that going. And we can just bring that right over here. Just going to fill it right in. It's going to give us a lot of jobs there. And then we'll go ahead and we'll get a little bit more farms out here too. Okay, so now that should help us get a little bit more industry in. And I think we're off to a good start. I really wish that they didn't have the problem with that. But as soon as we turn a profit, we'll get the healthcare. I think that's what we'll do. But for now, that is where we're going to leave it today. I hope you enjoyed this first episode. We're going to have a lot more. This is going to be an ongoing Let's Play for a long time. I really want to build this out in conjunction with my other one, Timber Ridge, that we have going on and will continue for now at least. But yeah, anyway, let me know in the comments what you think. Click on the video on the screen. It should be the next one in the series if it's out. If not, it'll be something else you really like. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Take care.